Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I can't wait to tell you about some of the best steakhouses in Atlanta. If you're looking for a good steak, I have got you covered there. A couple of things that I wanted to mention before we get started, though, are make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you always get notified every time we have new videos. And we have new videos every week. Okay, let's get started. I don't know about you, and I can grill a steak at home, but oh my gosh, going out to a nice steakhouse is so fun. So some of my favorites that have been around in Atlanta for decades are Bones, which is in Buckhead, Chops, which has a phenomenal filet if you like those, and it's a gorgeous atmosphere, and McKendrick's, which is in the perimeter side of Atlanta. All of those are really excellent choices for steak. If you're looking for something that's a little bit on the trendy side, I'd head to Arnett's Chop Shop. That's located in Brookhaven, which is a little bit north in Atlanta. Still Atlanta, but it's north of Buckhead. It's a beautiful restaurant, very trendy. Like I said, the main floor is the dining room. It's got lots of dark colors and dark wood. And then the upstairs part is more of like the more casual bar area. They've got a rooftop deck. Very cool. Okay, so we all know that when you go out to a steak restaurant, don't you just start with seafood? Is that kind of like protocol that you have to do that? So I recommend that when you go to Arnett's, you get this seafood platter. They've got jumbo shrimp, scallops, oysters. Oh my gosh, it's just perfect to share, and they'll make it for two people or more. So you can't go wrong. You got to start with their seafood platter when you go to Arnett's. So this is the main dining area at Arnett's. Didn't I tell you it was just a really nice, romantic place to hang out? So good for a date, but it's also good for groups. But here's a tip that I want you to make sure you do, that if you do go there, ask for one of their booths. So they have these booths that line the back wall. Those are the best seats in the house when you go to Arnett's Chop Shop. You're welcome. Another swanky restaurant in Atlanta for steak is Chops. That is part of the Buckhead Life Restaurant Group. They've been around for many decades. You can see there on the left is the dining room, and on the right is just a gorgeous filet. I can't tell you how good this was. So definitely put Chops on your list if you love steak. Now, a little less trendy, but nonetheless tasty, is Davios, which is located in Buckhead in Atlanta, and that's in Phipps Plaza. So that's right in the heart of Buckhead. And they have amazing steaks, obviously, but if you like pasta, I would definitely check out some of their pasta dishes, especially their gnocchi. It's outstanding. And they have a lovely patio, too, for nice evenings. If you find yourself on the north end of Atlanta, particularly in the Alpharetta area, definitely head over to Avalon and check out Oak Steakhouse. They are known for their dry-aged steaks. So if that's something that you really enjoy, definitely have one of those when you go to Oak Steakhouse in Alpharetta. But I will warn you, will pay for it. They are very expensive, but great for a special occasion if you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary. If you're in Midtown and you're looking for a fun place to go for a steak, head to STK. Now, the restaurant is sort of divided. When you walk in, there's the bar area, which tends to be kind of loud, but I promise you the seating area in the back is more quiet and perfect for a small group gathering. And the steaks do not disappoint at STK. So this is a picture of the steak that I had when I dined at STK. You can see that they've got butter on that. Of course, you can ask for that on the side or not at all. But what sticks out at STK are, and I think you can kind of see them in the picture there, there's 8 different kinds of dipping sauces. So I am a sauce queen. If you are too, you will like trying all the different sauces they have for their steaks at STK. Everyone's heard of Fogartys, the Brazilian steakhouse. They've got locations all over the world. In Atlanta, they have 2 locations. They are in Buckhead, and there's also another Atlanta location in Perimeter. So easy to get to for most people. And it's always a wonderful experience. The service and the food is always top-notch at Fogartys. So definitely recommend that for steak. So this is me the last time I went to Fogo. I had tried just about every meat dish that they brought out, but there were this one that I hadn't tried, so I wanted to have a little taste of that. And of course, I left stuffed just like everybody else does. But I wanted to mention that if you do go there, make sure you check out the salad bar. They've always got some kind of interesting dishes on there as well. So don't overlook the salad bar when you go to Fogo. So if you're a foodie and you've spent any time in Atlanta, you've no doubt heard the name Kevin Rathbun. He has several restaurants in Atlanta. And I was surprised that I lived here so long before I went to KR Steak Bar. Obviously, it has steak in the name, so you have to get steak when you go there, but they have excellent pasta dishes as well at KR Steak Bar, and they have got a really lively bar scene. So if you want to have a cocktail before you sit down to dinner, that's super fun. So usually when I go to a steakhouse, like I mentioned earlier, I have seafood. But here at KR Steak Bar, we had meatballs and we had pork belly, and they were perfect with the pasta dishes that we had. So that was like the first course before we got our steaks. I know that's a lot of meat, but those are the best dishes to have when you dine at KR Steak Bar in Buckhead. So this is Little Alley, and it's located in Buckhead. It's unusual because the first location is in Roswell, and most places they start in the city and they move out, but Little Alley has a huge following in Roswell, so they opened in Buckhead in Atlanta, and this is a huge building. I think it's got almost like 3 stories, and as you can see, it's a gorgeous restaurant, and they even have live music on the weekends. So what are we looking at here? This is a beet salad that I ordered at Little Alley, and I've never seen a beet salad quite like this. This is, do you see the lighter sides there? It almost looks like a waffle, and the lighter parts are where they've pressed in the goat cheese that they serve. So usually goat cheese is crumbled on top, but this is pressed into the beet salad. So it was one of the most unique beet salads I've ever had. So this was the filet that I had at Little Alley, and I found it incredible. And I can't wait to go back there and just try some of the different kinds of cuts of steak they have there. But believe it or not, the hardest decision was what side dish to get. Their sides were just, so many of them were so tempting. So we ended up with the potatoes and broccoli. But that's, again, next time I go back, I'm going to try some different sides there. Okay, another restaurant I wanted to mention that's on the north side of Atlanta is Miltons Cuisine. It's actually a little bit north of Roswell. I don't think it's in Alpharetta. I think it's more in the Milton area, as the name suggests. It's really cool because it's this old house that they renovated, and it's just beautiful inside, and they've even got a garden outside that during the summer they have dinners under the stars. So this is one of the dining rooms at Milton's Cuisine. As I mentioned, it's a house that they had restored, so there's different dining areas. They've got a cool bar area if you want to just have some appetizers. They've got a huge patio too. And on the next page, I'll show you the outdoor garden. So this is the garden at the Milton's Cuisine and Cocktail, like I mentioned. And behind me, you can see the area where they set up tables for the outdoor dinners. I think they have them every couple of months, or maybe they're more sporadic than that. But if you want to be in the know, sign up for the email list that Milton's Cuisine has, and you can be notified the next time they have one of their dinners. Well, there you have it, the best steak restaurants in Atlanta. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope you'll share it. Also, don't forget to subscribe. If you go to any of the restaurants that I've mentioned in this video, I hope you'll come back and comment and let me know how your dining experience was. Lastly, if there are any restaurants that have amazing steaks that you think I should try, please comment and let me know that as well, and I'll try to get to them. Thanks, and I will see you on the next video.